Good morning. It's another day, another blessing. With that being said, I am indeed being tested. It's Monday morning, 30th of June today. Last day of June, heading into July. And yesterday I had a situation where I went to see my friend Moose, and he had a birthday show over in Harrow. And as I was driving to Harrow, I was probably 2 minutes away from the venue, and a lot of emergency lights came on my car. And so when that happened, I just kind of started to stress out a lot. Wasn't sure what they meant. Pulled over, looked at the manual, and it was about 4 emergency lights. And I don't know, it doesn't look good. So when I went to the show, I wasn't really in the best frame of mind to enjoy the show as much as I would have wanted to, because I was constantly thinking about my car and the fact that I don't know what's wrong with it. Will I be able to drive it home? What's it going to cost to fix? Is it even fixable? And obviously being in the position I'm in at this moment, where I don't have the amount of money coming in that I had before, things like this, when they crop up, and that's not to say that I haven't planned for emergencies, which I have, but nevertheless, when those emergencies actually do arise, it does fill you with a lot of pressure, a lot of frustration, and it does make me feel a lot of pressure. It does make me feel a lot of frustration. And when I couple that with the instability and the lack of assuredness that being a creative person and endeavoring to live this creative lifestyle that I want, when I couple those together, it can then make me feel like maybe the 9 to 5 is the better option, or maybe getting steady employment is the better option, whatever the case may be. And as I've said before many times in my vlogs, it is about moments. Like, I do really appreciate that everything is about moments, and this is another moment to navigate through. So I'm gonna take this situation, and I'm gonna use it as a new focusing point, in the sense of, like, when things, I remember there's a quote that says, when things go wrong, don't go with them. And it's really important, because last night, I was driving home, so I did get in the car, I did drive it home. And as I was driving it home, it got to a stage where I was like, I think I'm gonna need breakdown assistance, man. I feel like I can't safely keep this car on the road. So I pulled over outside of McDonald's, and I went into the McDonald's. I bought myself 3 chicken selects, some fries, and a McFlurry. And in my opinion, that is things going wrong and me going with them. Did I need those things? No, I could have probably just had a cup of tea and been fine while I waited for breakdown assistance. But I just ate my feelings, man. And I remember when I was really dedicated to my training, and when I was really pushing, I liked that version of myself. I like the version of myself that can be disciplined, that can be structured. I don't like the version of myself that is weak and gives in easily. And perseverance is everything. Perseverance and endurance are so important in this life. And if I've learned anything so far in life, is that without those 2 things, you will crumble. So for me, I just have to look at this situation, realize, look, in the grand scheme of things, okay, it's a vehicle. I'm not in the most ideal situation to deal with this, if it is going to be quite expensive. And it might be a case that I can't deal with it, and I have to put the car on the back burner and figure it out with public transportation. And that'll be another hurdle that I'll overcome. And in the meantime, I started to think I have to have that focus back. I really have to have that focus back with myself and my health and my well-being. Because over the last 8 weeks, I've been weighing myself those 4 times a week. And after the first 4 weeks, my average weight was 73.4 kilograms. After the next 4 weeks, my average weight has been 73.9 kilograms. And as of today, I'm weighing 75.4 kilograms. And I don't want to continue this upward trend. So this week, I'm going to run a bit of an experiment with my body and my training. And this is a case of just seeing what works, seeing how I can be structured and get myself back down to where I want to be, which in an ideal world is sitting around 73 kilograms. So some issues definitely arose over the last 24 hours that, you know, have affected me. I think full transparency, you know, coupled with all of this is also that feeling of just the feeling of not knowing where, you know what, it's comparison. It's just comparison. And they say comparison is the thief of joy, and it really is, because when I start to compare myself to other people and the positions they're in, and I kind of try to weigh that up against mine, it blinds me from the things I actually have, man. And I get frustrated by that. I hate myself for that, because I'm really lucky. I am lucky. I'm alive. I'm well. I'm pursuing what I'm pursuing. Like, I'm so lucky. But when I compare myself to other people, then I start to get down on myself, and I don't acknowledge and appreciate what I have. And I'm lucky that I can reframe my and I can process my thoughts, and I don't spiral to the point where I don't understand what's going on with me. And I'm really thankful for that. But yeah, I just need to remember that this is my race. The obstacles that come my way, they can be overcome, and persistence is key. I really have to remember those things. So here we go. It's Monday morning. It's going to be the start of a new month, and I'm about to lock back in, to mentally lock back in, to really start looking after my body, being more mindful about what goes into it over the next couple of weeks, and continue to work to find that balance. Because what I'm doing at the moment isn't it. It's not it. Even though I'm still training, it's not it. The food side of it, it's not it. So the work continues. All right, the car is back with the mechanic. They're gonna look it over, see what all those warning lights are about. I don't know, I'm not feeling very positive about it, but nevertheless, we'll see what happens. And heading to the gym now, and my plan this week is to do an hour of cardio every day. So Monday to Friday, I'm going to do an hour of cardio. I'm going to do 40 minutes on the stairs, 20 minutes incline walk. And then Saturday I'll play football, and Sunday I'll play football. But that's going to be my workout plan for this week. And coupled with my diet and being disciplined with the diet, we'll check in at the end of the week and see how we're doing. And then I'll start incorporating some weights back. But it's just time, you know. Like, I'd never want to spend like 2 hours, 2.5 hours in the gym. So about an hour long workout will be ideal. And we'll see what the weight's saying come the end of the week. So today is the last day of June, and it also marks 2 months since I've been self-employed. and there's been a lot of learning over the last 2 months. A lot of learning about myself, a lot of learning how to deal with adversity, and having to manage my expectations, having to manage my emotions. And right now, I'm going through a process of really having to manage those emotions, because I got a call back from the mechanic. They've told me that there is a problem with the hybrid system, and it could mean that it needs a new hybrid battery, which, without even doing any research, I know is a very expensive job, which they can't do. I'll have to go to a dedicated Toyota dealer, and I guess this really put me in the position of thinking this might be it. This might be it for the Prius, you know. It's feels like sod's law, innit? Like the moment that I make the jump is the moment that I get hit with expenses. First it was the plumbing in my flat, and now my car, and yeah, just gonna have to figure it out, you know. But this is all part of the process, and I'm trying to embrace it and take it all in my stride. So just off to the mechanic now, and hopefully I'll be able to get the car back home in one piece without it blowing up on me. Okay, so here we go. There it is. There it is. It's all the issues you can see right there, and those are not going away. Ugh. Listen, man, these things happen. I just wish this had happened like 2 weeks ago, you know, before I spent like £400+ on getting the brakes and everything sorted. But that's life. That's life. You don't know what's around the corner. You don't know the future. You can't predict it, whether it's good, whether it's bad. You just can't predict it. You just got to take it as it comes, you know. So I'm gonna drive this car home now. Hopefully I can get it there without it breaking down or anything, and then figure out what to do next. But I got a feeling it might be a write-off. But anyway, we'll see.